Good morning, online. Very good morning. Yes, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Hope everyone are doing good in this rainy, stormy. Oh, did I say surprise? No. Okay. Waiting for your surprise today. Okay. Okay. Let's jump on. So we know that we have completed EC2 theory, correct? So how many days we took for theory? 6 days, 1 week, huh? It took almost 1 week. So the surprise for today is I'll be taking a shootout round on the entire EC2 from day 1 till here. Generally, in college days, we'll have the surprise test, no? Your teacher will come and put an exam, huh? So you thought surprise meaning I'll distributing some chocolates and all, huh? No, right? Good. 1 week, the whole 1 week in few minutes. Okay? But I want everyone to answer. Okay? And I want everyone to answer online. So please put your answers in the chat, and here offline, anyways, you're talking to me. So I'll be asking the questions not only in EC2, anywhere. Okay. But the thing is, let's see your memory power, right? It is got injected really in your brain or not. We'll find out today. Okay. Close your books. Okay. Ready? Ready? Okay. All right. First, I should get prepared. Okay. So I'm remember not praying. Okay. So okay, ready? How do you achieve elasticity in AWS? Using auto scaling. Fantastic. What is auto scaling? Scale out and then scale in based on the so in real time, scale out and scale in EC2 instances based on the load. This is how you should tell. Okay. I can understand scale out, scale in. And then what is scalability? Online saying up and down. What up and down? Huh? Sheshadri. Okay. So increasing the capacity of the server is called the scalability, or you can call it as scale up, scale down. If you scale up and scale down, do we have any data loss? Because data is stored in volumes. Okay. So we learned about 3 T's. What are those 3 T's? Elasticity, scalability, high availability. So if you want to go with the high availability, so what are the 3 things that you can do you can achieve the high availability? Redundancy, monitoring, failover, RMF. So if you want to set up high availability, you need to have the same EC2 instance, same application on all the EC2 instances, or different? It should be same. That is called redundancy. And who will be doing the monitoring here? Load balancer is doing using health checks. What is the status code that you get? 200 you'll get. Okay. So we know what is the full form of EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. How many hours are free per month in free tier? 750 hours. So AWS charge our EC2 instances every hour. And there are different types of pricing models, right, in EC2. What are those? First one, on demand. Next, reserve instances. Next, spot instances. Dedicated hosts, dedicated instances, capacity reservation, and savings plan. Fantastic. Very good. So now I'll ask few questions. You just tell me the pricing model. So I don't want to do any commitment. I go and use it. I pay for it. On demand. In on demand, do we have any commitments? Any upfront payments? No. So you need to, it is a fixed price. Yes. Predictable usage or not predictable usage? In on demand, not predictable usage. And then which is a pricing model for long-term commitment? Reserve instances. How many years that you need to commit? 1 or 3 years. And do we do the upfront payments here? Yes. And how many different types of reserve instances are there? 2. What are those? Standard RI, convertible RI. Very good. So how much discount that you get in standard? 72%. And how about in convertible? 66. Fantastic. And then if you get any interview question or certification related to auctioning and bidding, which one? Spot instances. And how much percentage discount you get? 90% you'll get. So do you have the EC2 instance in spot with you forever? No. So that you can anytime lose your EC2 instances. So would you recommend to keep your application servers or web servers, database servers in spot? No. So if you have any process or task which has start time and end time, if you know that, you can go ahead and then use spot. So now I want to launch an EC2 instances, but in the back end, I need to have my own host machine. Basically, I want to rent a physical machine. Which one? Dedicated host. Dedicated host. So do we have a control on placing the EC2 instance in the dedicated host? Yes, you have an answer. And you have dedicated instances. That is also we have a dedicated instances, but do we have control on the placing the EC2 instance in multiple hosts? No. Super. And then I'm worried about in my next project, I might be having 1000 EC2 instances, which is T2 medium. So, but I'm worried whether AWS will give those to me or not. So what you can do for that? Yes, capacity reservation. So you can go and reserve the capacity, how much ever you need. And then you have savings. So it is similarly as your reserve instances, different strategy. Okay. Nice. Okay. So next we have learned about instance families, general instances, memory instances, right? GPU instances, storage instances, and all. So which is, and then every family will have the instance type. If you take T2 family, you have instance types like T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 large, small, medium, and all. If you take R family, you have R instance types. And if you take M family, you have M instance types. Similarly here now, which is the instance type that we should be using in our codes? T2 micro. Why? Because that is free. That is free. So, okay. And then, how do you achieve scalability in EC2? By changing the instance type. What is that? By changing the instance type. So, when you're changing the instance type, do we have any data loss? No, because data is stored in the EBS volumes. And can you change the instance type while EC2 is running? No, what you need to do? Stop the EC2 instances. Fantastic, fantastic. And then assume I have an EC2 instances which has only 2 GB RAM or 2 CPUs. Only 2 CPUs. So in runtime, I got a huge load on that machine and the 2 CPUs are not sufficient for me. I cannot stop and increase the size. I cannot do anything. In that case, what is the concept that you can implement? Burstable performance instances. Fantastic. And what is the burstable performance instances meaning? Yes, CPU credits. You will get the CPU credits in the runtime. Cool. So, volumes are classified into 2 types mainly. What are those? EBS volume and instance store volume. Which one is persistent? EBS. Which one is not persistent? Instance store volume, or you can call it as ISV volume. If you stop and start the EC2 instance which has EBS volumes, data is lost? No. But if you stop and start the EC2 which has instance store volume, data is lost. Okay. So instance store volumes, what is another name of instance store volumes? Not imperial. Ephemeral. What is that? Ephemeral storage. Okay, ephemeral storage. Okay, so we have learned different types of EBS volumes, right? What are those? 5 types are there. What are those, Nana? General purpose, provisioned IOPS, throughput, cold, and then magnetic. In shortcut, GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2, ST1, SC1 standard. Which one is the default volume? GP2. What is the ratio that you get for GP2? Okay. And which one is the costliest volume? IO1. Okay. And what is the maximum size of your volume? 16 terabyte. And then which one is previous generation volume? Standard. Are you going to use that standard? No. Do we have good performance there? And which volumes are SSD volumes? GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2. Rest are all HDD. And root volume supports what instance type? I mean, what volume types? IO1, IO2, GP2, GP3, standard, except ST1 and SC1. Very nice. And additional volume supports all types. And generally, one volume can be attached to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? No. But which is the volume type that can be done? IO1 and IO2. Fantastic, fantastic. And how many EC2 instances that you can attach? 16 EC2 instances you can attach. And what is the default volume that you get? Root volume. Which volume? Root volume. And rest of the volumes are called additional volume. How many root volumes you can have per machine? Only one. And the EC2 instance and the volume should be in the same availability zone or different availability zone? Same availability zone. 1A volume can be attached to 1B EC2 instance? No. Okay. So, is it possible to detach the root volume while EC2 is running? No. What you need to do? Stop it. Is it possible to detach the additional volume while EC2 is running? Answer is yes. Recommended? No. Okay. So if I stop and start the EC2 instance which has EBS volumes, jump or no jump? Jump. If I reboot, no jump. So if I stop and start EC2 instance which has instance store volumes, data is lost? Lost. If I reboot, not lost. Reboot, not lost. And how many status checks are there? 2. What are those? System status check and then instance status check. Fantastic, fantastic. So who will be doing the status checks? AWS will be doing the status check. And you should get 2/2 checks should be passed. And if you got 1/2 or 0/2, what you should do? Stop and start the EC2 instance. Can you log in when you get 1/2, 0/2? No, you cannot log in. Okay. So if I have my EC2 instance and I have volumes for it. Okay. I want to take the backup of the volume. What is that backup of the volume called? Snapshot. What is that? Snapshot. What is a snapshot? Point in time copy of the volume is called the snapshot, or backup of the volume is called snapshot. Okay. Snapshots are incremental or full? Incremental. Snapshots are stored in S3. From snapshot, what you can create? From snapshot, what you can create? Volumes. From volumes, again, what you can create? Snapshots. Okay. Let me recollect. Hold on. So, by default, these snapshots are public or private? By default, everything is private. Okay, correct. So, if possible, if required, can we make it public? Yes. Snapshots, can we use the snapshots directly? Can you attach the snapshot to EC2 instance? No. What you need to create for that? Volumes you need to create. Snapshots can be copied from one region to other region within the same account. Can we do it? And can we share the snapshot to other account? Yes, possible. Using AWS ID. Cool, cool, fantastic. Okay, let's say your snapshot is not encrypted. Your snapshot is not encrypted. And if you create a volume out of it, that volume is encrypted or not encrypted? Not encrypted. And if a snapshot is encrypted and you create a volume out of it, encrypted, not encrypted? Encrypted. And you have not encrypted snapshot and you want to encrypt it. How do you do it? Using copy option. Fantastic. So in snapshot, we have two types of storage tiers. What are those? Archive tier and then standard tier. Very good, very good. What is which one again? Repeat. archive tier and then standard tier. By default, which is the one? Standard. So if you are not using the snapshots, can we move to the archive mode? Yes. And how much percentage you will get the discount? 75. Fantastic. Which one? How much? 75. You always want 90% discount, huh? 75% discount. And then we discuss about recycle bin. What is that recycle bin? So if we have deleted the snapshots or images, if you deleted snapshot or images, so all those will be, yes, went to the recycle bin. So, and then can you tell me, does all the snapshot and the images will go to the recycle bin? No. Only selected. How do you select? By using tags. Fantastic. By using tags. Okay. And I have 500 GB of volume and I'm creating a snapshot, or I have a 500 snapshot, I'm creating a volume out of it, and it will take a lot of time. So I want to immediately use it with full performance. Which is the concept that you use? FSR, fast snapshot restore. Free? No, it's a billable. And Chiti, by the way, if you want to recover from archive tier to standard tier, how much time will it take? 24 hours to 72 hours. Super cool. So if I want to take the whole EC2 instance backup, what is that called? Image. Image. What is this image called in EC2? AMI. AMI? Pakintamai. No, AMI. AMI. What is the full form of AMI? Amazon Machine Image. Very good. So if you take the image, does it include volumes also inside it? Yes. Okay. Do we have, does AWS is providing the default images, predefined images? Yes. So AWS can provide a plain OS also, or AWS will provide OS with the applications also. Yes. And if you are using that image and you're launching the EC2 instance and you did some work there, again, you are creating an image. What is that image called? The created by you? Custom AMI. Which one? Custom AMI. And if you want to create the images automatically, golden AMIs. How do you create that golden AMIs? Using? Which builder? Image builder. Okay. Image builder. So by default, these AMIs are public or private? Private. If record can make it public, where are, okay, now, where are all the public images are available in one place? Which place is that? Marketplace. You call it as a Amazon Marketplace. Amazon Marketplace. So AMIs can be copied from one region to other region, one account to another account. Yes. AMIs are stored in S3. With one AMI, can you launch multiple EC2 instances? Yes or no? Yes. And images are backed by either EBS volume or instance store volumes, correct? Yes. We know EBS volumes are created from snapshots, and instance store volumes are created from full template stored in S3. Very good. Excellent. Today, I have I have EC2 instances. I want to group the EC2 instance to get a super good performance. What is that called? What is that? Cluster. Super. What is cluster? Group of EC2 instances. And what is that group called? Placement group. And how many types of placement groups are there? 3 types. What are those? Cluster placement group, spread placement group, partition placement group. Good. So spread placement, cluster placement group meaning single is a single availability zone, single rack. Correct? You will get a high performance there, but do you get a good high availability there? No. So what is the spread placement group? Your EC2 instances are spread across availability zones. Super, super. And how many EC2 instances you can have per availability zone? 7. And how many partitions you can create? 7 partitions. And in placement group, is it good to have same type of instance types or different? Same type. Okay. If I want to secure my EC2 instance, how do you secure it? Using security group. What is security group? Which stops unauthorized access to the EC2 instance. Super. So security groups has 2 types of rules. What are those? Inbound rules and outbound rules. So by default, inbound rules are denied. Outbound rules are allowed. Is it possible to specifically deny in security group? No, not possible. We can only allow. And if I want to connect to the Windows EC2 instance, which is a protocol I need to connect? I need to allow RDP. And if I want to connect to the Linux, SSH. If I want to access my applications, HTTP. Super. Do we have a default security group? So is it recommended in our course to use default security group or create a new security group? Default security group. If you create brand new security group, all inbound rules are denied, outbound rules are allowed. So which one security groups are stateful or stateless? Full. Okay, understood. Okay. Stateful. Which one are stateless? NACLs are stateless. So if I allow any inbound rule, do I need to allow that an outbound rule in security groups? No need. So that is called stateless. One EC2 instance can have multiple security groups attached? Yes. One security group can be attached to multiple EC2 instances? One security group can be attached to multiple EC2 instances? Answer is yes. Okay. How many sources are there? 3. What are those? Custom chapadam. Custom my IP anywhere. Very good. Custom my IP anywhere. Oh, good. So in our course, which one we should use? My IP. So if you want your load balance or EC2 instance should be accessed by everyone, then which one you should use? Anywhere. If you want to use only for certain range of network, custom. Good. Okay. And what is NACL? Network Access Control Cell. Salta, Ashoka. Okay. NACL, Network Access Control. Can we say it is in another layer of security for the EC2 instance? Yes. Which one will hit first? After that, security group. Do we have a default NACL? Yes, we have a default NACL. So in default NACL, inbound rules and outbound rules are allowed. When you create a new NACL, it is denied. Very good. Is it possible to deny on NACL? Is it possible to specifically deny on NACL? Yes, that is the reason why we have NACL, correct? We can go ahead and then deny it. So security groups are which level? EC2 instance level, whereas NACL is subnet level. One subnet is associated to one availability zone, correct? One subnet can be associated to multiple availability zones at the same time? No. But one availability zone can have multiple subnets? Yes. Similarly, one subnet is associated to one NACL. One subnet can be associated to multiple NACLs at the same time? No. But one NACL can have multiple subnets? Yes. Okay. Super. And which is the feature or component in EC2 is used to retrieve the password of your EC2 instance? Key pair. Which one? Key pair. So what is the extension of key pair? .pem file. So what is a key pair? Combination of public key and private key. So your PEM file is a public or private? Private key. Who has public key? AWS has public key. Fantastic. Fantastic. And what is the default username for Windows? Administrator. And what is the default name for Linux? Username. EC2 minus user. And password, you can retrieve it from the key pair. One key pair can be attached to multiple EC2 instances? Answer is yes. But one EC2 instance can have how many key pairs attached? Only one. Okay. So every EC2 instance will have same password or different passwords? 10 EC2 instance has same password or different password? Different password. But for one EC2 instance, I'm retrieving the password again and again. You will get the same or different? Same password you'll get. Is it recommended to create only one PEM file for all your EC2 instances? No. So it is recommended based on the requirement or based on the teams, you can go and create it. So if I have devops.pem file attached to one EC2 instance, but when I retrieve in, can I give dev.pem file? Will I get my password? No, you will not get it. You have to give whichever you have attached, you have to give the same PEM file. Okay. Huh? No. It will not save. You can save that. You can maintain your own Excel sheet if required. If you see, let's say you have 20 EC2 instance in your EC2. So you maintain one Excel sheet with the EC2 instance and with your own password. So if you have you open the Excel sheet and get the password because it is the same password, no, it will give. Right? You no need to go and retrieve the password again and again if you maintain in Excel sheet. But okay, so you need to keep your PEM file safe. Yes or no? Do you lose your PEM file? If you lost your PEM file, is it possible to get back? No, it cannot get back. So what is the feature that you can use in your real time to which one? Active Directory. What is this one? What is Active Directory called in AWS? Oh, Directory Services. Is it recommended to share this PEM file to everyone? No. Or is it recommended for you to tell the password to everyone? Not really. So you use the Active Directory concept in your real time. And which is the tool that you use to connect your Windows machine? RDP. And which is the tool you use to Linux machines? PuTTY. Which one? PuTTY. So PuTTY supports PEM file? What does it support? PPK file. And how do you convert? Puttygen, using Puttygen. Fantastic, fantastic. So I have only 4 EC2 instances. How many? 4. But next Friday, I will get so much of load. So how do you manage that load? Using auto scaling. Using auto scaling. So in auto scaling, we have minimum, maximum, and desired capacity. So minimum and maximum are boundaries. What is desired capacity? Yes, how many EC2 instances that you want to launch initially is called desired capacity. Is it possible to have your EC2 instance below minimum, above maximum? So we have different types of scaling options. What are those? Manual scaling, schedule scaling, dynamic scaling. So which one is better out of all these 3? Which one is better? Dynamic is always better, because you don't need to worry, no? So automatic based on the load, automatically scale out and then scale in. If you go for schedule, only on particular day, particular time only scale out, scale in will happen, but not for every time. So, and then so how does it scale out? Based on what? Using, yeah, of course, but it's launch templates. What is that? Launch templates. Or you can call it as launch configurations also, you can say. Launch templates or launch con. Using, what is launch template? Yes, collection of all the 7 steps or collection of all the configurations called the launch template. Using launch template, can you go and launch EC2 instances? Yes, you can also go and launch an EC2 instance, and auto scaling group can also go and launch the EC2 instance with the launch templates. Okay. And is it possible to integrate SNS to your auto scaling group? Yes. Okay. What is ELB? Elastic. That's a simple question. Huh? Elastic load balancer. So ELB is what is okay? What is elastic load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones. Fantastic, fantastic. And this load balancer is completely managed by AWS. Load balancer is a service or a server? It's a service. Okay. And then is it recommended to access your load balancer using DNS name or IP address? DNS name. The DNS name is a nice URL or nasty URL? Nasty URL. Where do you do the makeup for that? Route 53. So load balancer has the IP addresses, correct? But those IP addresses are dynamic or static? Dynamic. So what are the different types of load balancers we have? Number 1, application load balancer, network load balancer, classic load balancer, gateway load balancer. Okay. So which one is a previous generation load balancer? Classic. Classic supports which protocols? HTTP, HTTPS, and TCP. Very good, TCP. And and our application load balancer, HTTP and HTTPS. Which is a default to choose load balancer? ALB itself. I want to set up a Kubernetes, Dockers, etc., etc. So which load balancer it's well used for that? Application load balancer only. What is a Docker, Kubernetes? All these are microservices. Right? So which is the best for microservices? ALB itself. So ALB has the routing features. What are those routing features? We have few. Host-based routing, path-based routing, string parameter routing. So we have many, but I just listed 3. And if I want to have extreme high performance, network load balancer. So network load balancer works on network level, correct? And does this network load balancer support static IPs? Yes. How many? 1 per availability zone. 1 per availability zone. And network load balancer supports what protocols? TCP and UDP. Which one is reliable? TCP. Which one is cunning fellow? UDP. And which is the load balancer used for security related things? Gateway load balancer. Which is a protocol does it use? Geneve. Which one? Geneve. Not Endibe. Geneve. Right? Geneve. Anyone remember the port number for that Geneve? I should use that dialogue now. 6081. Very good, guys. Very good. Okay. Load balancer does the monitoring to your application or your EC2 application using what? Health checks. What is the status code that you get? 200. If you get 200, that meaning the EC2 instance is healthy. If it is not getting 200, that is unhealthy. Healthy, unhealthy. Healthy, unhealthy. If EC2 is Bahubali, who is Katappa? How can you forget that? Huh? If EC2 is Bahubali, who is Katappa? You're worried about Devasena? Security group, right? So, but if security group got compromised, EC2 is gone. Someone is saying NACL is Devasena. Online view. నువ్వు నా పక్కన ఉన్నంత వరకు చంపే మగాడు పుట్ట. Okay. Then what about Rajamata? Okay, I'll tell a Bahubali story now. Who is easy to run? Okay, VPC is Rajamata. Correct? That is suitable. VPC is Rajamata because everything has to be done, everything inside the VPC only. Okay, so next we have different types of IP addresses. What are those? Public IP, private IP, elastic IP. Which one? Elastic IP. So if I stop and start the EC2 instance, IP will change. Which one? Public IP. Public IP is dynamic or static? Dynamic. If I stop and start the EC2 instance, IP address will not change. Which one is that? Private IP also. But here, elastic IP. So elastic IP is static or dynamic? Static. How many elastic IPs you can have? Free. 5. But if you have not associated to any EC2 instance, those are free? No. Ideal EIPs are billable. And you have launched an EC2 instance. Which type of IP address is mandatorily assigned? Private IP. From your internet, can you connect to your EC2 instance which is private IP with the private IP? No. You should use what? Public IP or elastic IP. From internet, can you connect to the private IP address to the EC2 instance? Nowhere. So you have 2 EC2 instances inside the VPC. So their 2 EC2 instances will connect with each other, will communicate with each other using what? Private IP. So will you be in the internet to connect to the EC2 instance generally? No. You will be working from the company. The company is a public network or private network? Private network. So from private network, how do you connect to their AWS? Using VPN. Super. In your real time, is it recommended to assign public IP or elastic IP to your EC2 instances? In your real time? No. In your real time? No. Okay. And but here in our course, we'll go and use public IPs. Okay. What is instance metadata? Data about the EC2 instance is called instance metadata. Fantastic. And then how do you see the metadata? In which section? Details section. And how through CLI, how do you get the metadata? Using the URL, no? Tell me the URL. 169.254 169.254/latest/meta minus data. Fantastic. So this URL will be accessed only within the VPC, inside the VPC. Okay. What is user data? What is that? Bootstrap scripting. What is that? Bootstrap scripting. So for Linux, which type of scripting we use? Shell scripting. So user data meaning, guys, if you put the script and the script will be executed in what time? At the boot time. So when you're launching the EC2 instance and the script will be executed in the boot time, so everything will be done or installed automatically based on the script that you have written. Okay, that is called, yes. And also this user data will be executed only at the first time of launching the EC2 instance. Will it run again and again? No, because it doesn't make any sense, because the script is already executed. Will you execute the script again multiple times on the same machine? No. And you know my ship problem. So what is the topic that you can implement there? GA. What is GA? Global Accelerator. So we have unicast and anycast IP address. Remember yesterday we did. Unicast meaning what? One server, one IP address. What is anycast meaning? All servers has the same IP addresses. So this global accelerator will give how many IPs? Two. Statica, dynamica? Static IPs. Two static IPs. And these two static IPs are unicast or anycast? Anycast. This global accelerator can increase your performance globally. Your application performance globally. And can we say that global accelerator is also using CDN in the backend? Yes, it uses the CDN. So remember, CloudFront we have learned that is used for caching purpose. This is used for increasing the speed. And is it possible to set up DR for the global accelerator? Is it possible to have disaster recovery? Yes, disaster recovery, we can have it. And last question. From whom did you learn EC2? Super, guys. Excellent. Clap. Big round of applause, guys. Not for me, not for you guys, because you have killed it. You rocked it, man. So you have answered each and every question in EC2. Now I'm telling you, it's really injected in your brains. Agree? Agree, no? Super. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Excellent. So, very good. So, guys, and no one will ask any interview questions other than this in EC2. No way. We have went to each and every Chettu, Padalu, there, everywhere. Yes, sir. Same, how I'm asking. Can you please repeat? I understand. So, okay, people are don't leave, guys. Don't leave. Don't you see the console? We should see the console, right? Chitti, online people, don't leave the class, okay? We still have half an hour. Okay, so there is a question, sir. They're asking, sir, for experienced people, how they ask the interview questions. Will it be same like how I'm asking it, or different? So, for experienced people, it is little bit different. Experienced people, it is little bit different. So, but whatever I have asked, it is direct questions. Okay, and let's say I'll give you one question. How they ask, how I ask for experienced people. So you might know this already. I have my application in one region, but my customers are throughout the globe. So how do I provide a low latency across the world to all my customers? And using CloudFront, you can set up. In CloudFront, they'll ask few questions. And also for experienced people, mostly they don't ask generally questions like this. They will go with the project. So first of all, see, I'm the interviewer. So I'll just look your project first. I'll ask, what have you done in your project in AWS? You will be explaining. Based on that, I'll ask questions morely. It is more scenario-based questions. No one directly for experienced people, no one will ask, what is EC2? What is S3? They don't ask. For 1 year, 2 year, 3 year is fine like this. But more than 5 years, you are killed with scenarios. Okay. Nice. Fantastic. I cannot stop appreciating you guys. And I really appreciate your efforts listening, because concentration is very important. So you are putting that, it's very good. EC2 is the biggest topic in AWS and you killed it already. Just imagine the rest of the services are jujube, right? It's very easy. So, and all rest of the biggest topics or difficult topics also, I'll make it very simple like this. Are you comfortable with EC2? Yes, right? So EC2 has so many things and you have learned just like that. So keep your spirits up and then be like this only. Very good. So what I'm going to do is, as we have only half an hour or 20 or 25 minutes, I will give you the overview. I'll give you a tour on EC2 console. Okay, so that tomorrow it will be easy to go and launch the EC2 instance. Okay, so let's do that. Chitty, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well online? Okay, so let's go and type EC2 here, or you can go and click on the latest recently visit service. So click on EC2 and you have EC2. Murali Krishna, you can use Lambda, you can use so many services, deploying, etc., etc. Okay, see you guys. This is the EC2 console, or you call it as EC2 dashboard. Very important. Okay, I'll just say whatever you are seeing it here. Let's see whether we have learned that or not. Did you learn about instances, elastic IPs, load balancers, snapshots, auto scaling, placement groups, volumes, dedicated hosts, key pairs, security groups? On the left side, we have instance type. Which types? T2 micro, launch templates, spot, saving, reserve, dedicated host, capacity reservation, AMIs, volumes, snapshot. Oh, I forgot this question. No, lifecycle manager. What is a lifecycle manager used for? Yes, to create the snapshots and AMIs automatically. And then security groups, elastic IPs, placement groups, key pairs, For every EC2 instance, there will be a NIC card will be there, no IP address, load balancers, target groups, auto scaling. Completed? Huh? There is nothing left there. Now you have to do where to click, what to click, how to click, you need to know. Okay. Let's go from top. I said that EC2 has a new experience, not only EC2, mostly EC2 in previously couple of years back, we had another console. The console is completely different. Now they have changed to the new console. So if you click toggle this, you don't see any difference. It looks like the same only, right? So slowly they are moving it. So it doesn't matter if you are if you toggle this or not, it is a new experience you have. City. And then this EC2 is regional or global. Do you see this? When you go to EC2, the first thing that you should do is be in your region. If you are from India, go with Mumbai. If you are in US, select you are on the east or west. Based on that, you select California or Virginia. And anyone from Australia, go with Sydney. Anyone from Canada, go with this. And anyone from UK, go with London. Anyone from Africa, go with Cape Town. So, and let's say, just in case you are in a country like Egypt, is there any region called Egypt here? No. So select the nearest region. Okay, select don't tell me I don't know, sir, which is the nearest region. Go with the map and then find out which is the next region here. Okay, go with it. But here, as we should be using only Mumbai. But I'm telling you guys, sugar patients especially, don't go here and there and then launch the EC2 instance. So let's just strictly be in Mumbai region and then do our practicals. And whoever the regions, if you are in North Virginia, or be with only North Virginia. If you are in Sydney, be within Sydney. Okay. Okay. And then EC2 dashboard meaning, guys, this is the resources summary that you get. Everything should be 0 except key pair and security group. Which one, Nana? Except key pair and security group. So key pairs are not charged, security groups are not charged at all. But rest everything will be charged. So after doing the practicals, we need to make sure that you come to the dashboard and make sure everything should be 0 except key pair security group. So you should, whatever I'm saying, it should echo in your ears all the time after doing the practicals. Complete all the practicals, come back to the dashboard and say everything should be 0 except key pair and security group. Then you are fine. Okay. And next one is, okay, tell me, Chiti, now I have launched 10 EC2 instances in Mumbai. And I have launched 10 EC2 instances in Ireland. Is it possible to see all 20 EC2 instances in one place? Because EC2 is regional. EC2 is regional. Is it possible for me to see Ireland EC2 Ireland instances here? No. What I need to do, if I need to see chain the region, I need to go there. So if you are launching the EC2 instance here and there, isn't it difficult to go and chain the regions and see? Correct? Yes, it is difficult. So that was the problem even our experienced people was facing before. For that reason, AWS has implemented a small feature here on the left side, which is called global view. So now if I'm handling my account alone, I will be sure that I'll be launching in one region only. But if my account is handling by multiple peoples in my team members, can I go and stop? Babu, don't launch in Mumbai, don't launch in Hyderabad, don't launch in. So some people go and launch in Uganda also, or some people will go and launch in some other Ireland or some other places. For me, is it possible to go and see each and every region every day? Difficult. So for that reason, if you click on global view, what will happen is it will give a nice snapshot, a nice overview of all the regions, how many EC2 instances are there. Do you see this? So it needs the little bit powerful internet because it has to collect all the information from all the regions. Do you see this here? I have all these regions now on the left side, and instances are ringa roses are coming here. That meaning wait for some time, you will get the numbers here. So what do you expect the numbers in instances column? 0. Right? Everything should be 0. If you wait for some time, how many regions are there, Nana, here? 27 regions. See? So it is a huge one. Right? It will take a lot of time. And don't click this URL. Don't go with this global view if you have 1.5 GB on your mobile. You have a daily 1.5 GB limit, no? If you click this, right, 1.5 GB will be over in few minutes automatically. Okay, don't go this. But when you are on Wi-Fi, just go and click it. You can see the nice view. Abba baba. See, it is dying, no? You need to have a powerful internet a little bit. Okay, that is a global view. And then here you have events. Let's go to events. See, events meaning very important. See, events, AWS, let's say you have launched the EC2 instances. Where does it go and sit the EC2 instances? On the host machines only, no, in the backend. On the host machines only. Do we have control on the host machines? No. Who will maintain the host machines? AWS. So just in case if they are doing any maintenance on that host machine, if you Pusuk have EC2 instances on that host machine, which is undergoing maintenance, your EC2 instance will also come under maintenance? Yes or no? It'll come, right? So AWS will send you a notification saying that, Babu, we have EC2 instances. Your EC2 instances will be under the maintenance. Maintenance meaning what they'll do? They will stop the EC2 instances at that particular time. What they do? They stop it. Because they need to stop the host machine, no, while doing the maintenance. They will send you before 1 month itself, they will send you the notification. Where does the notification come? Do you see here Ganta symbol? Here. The notification will come here saying that, Chiti, on this next December, in today's July, August, okay? In August, by this time, you have the maintenance for this particular EC2 instances. What will you do? Will you fold your hands and watch like this for next is August? What did the hint that I gave for you? If you want to skip the maintenance, what will you do? If you, how can you terminate the EC2 instance if it is production? What will you do? Ashok Reddy already answered. What there is a host machine, your EC2 instances are there. And AWS said that, Babu, your EC2 instance will be stopped next month, this time. And how do you skip that maintenance? Stop and start. If you stop and start, what will happen? Jump will happen from one host to another host. Do you need to wait for August? Take your nice time in the night and then go and stop and start. And you will skip the maintenance window. That's how I do in our real time. Right? Maybe August at that time, you cannot fold your hands and say that August this much time, okay, 12 o'clock, stop, and then you go and start immediately. Don't do that. What happened if your customers are accessing at that time? Correct? So what is the logic that you can use? So that is the reason only I told jump, no jump concepts to implement, no? Right? Very good. So, this maintenance is not only for EC2 instance, your volumes also, right? And all those events will be listed over here. When is the start time? When is the deadline? When is the duration? It is progress or not? What is the event type? Instance, volumes, what is the status? And which EC2 instance and what is the name of it? So, should I tell you one thing? So, in our company, I'm the head of the cloud. So one day, on Saturday, when I came freshly on Monday, I see database EC2 instance got stopped in production environment. Is it a big problem or not? It's a big problem. Then I got very angry, right? I got very angry and I called all the developers and all the team members in the meeting room. And I asked, who stopped this database instance? common, normal, natural answer. I don't know, sir. I don't know. Hey, evara, no, hey, so no one answered. Everyone say no, 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 no. Right? So if I remember, I already said this, right? Because I might have told this in the notification related things, because this is very important, because in your real time, there might be multiple chances. There might be multiple chances that your production EC2 instances will be stopped under the maintenance. So what you need to do for that? You need to keep an eye all the time on that notification, this Ganta symbol, right? And then make sure that you skip that maintenance window, or at least you are aware of that maintenance window, right? So I said this already before this story. Everyone came and I said, actually, it is whose problem is that? It is my problem only, right? As an head, I need to take care of the notifications and then maintenance activities, right? So I skipped it, and AWS doesn't care. At that time, he will stop. Simple. Doesn't matter. It is production, testa, deva, doesn't matter, right? So please take care of that notifications. And all those things will also come under events. And next, coming to the instances. This is a place where we always go and die. Every day we die here, right? Launching EC2 instances. So this is a place where we go and launch the EC2 instances. Instance types. Which is the instance types? T2 micro. So do we have do we have only T2 micro? You have so many EC2 instance types are there. How many are there? 399 are there. How much? 99. So that meaning inside this, which one we should be using it? T2 micro. So guys, this is the place where you can see all the instance type. And how many CPUs are there for this? One CPU. And what is the architecture that is using? x86 64-bit. Okay. And then how much memory that you have? 1 GB memory. And do you expect a very high performance with this 1 GB memory? No, the network performance is low to moderate. And do you see this? What is this? This is the price. Remember, this will be very useful in your real time. So guys, this is the place where you can know. So you will ask, no, sir, how much I need to pay? Sir, I launched the EC2 instance. How much money I need to pay? You need to pay per hour. You need to pay per hour. How much? So let's say you are using T2 micro. You are paying this much. Which one is cheaper, Nana? Windows or Linux? Linux is cheaper. Linux is cheaper. Do you see 0.0124? It is 0.017. So if you convert this in Indian rupees, should I convert? So dollar, right? Dollar to 1 rupee. 1 rupee per hour, right? Which one? T2 micro. So this one, $1.4, 1.5 rupee, right? The Windows is 1.5 rupee and Linux is 1 rupee. So you see the difference, right? That is the reason they deducted 2 rupees. Huh? But how do you get this kind of? Okay, so but generally in US people, AWS will deduct $1. Okay, but Indian somehow 2 rupees they are deducting it. Okay, they know our mentality. Okay, anyways, so do you all understood, guys? Where do you go and find out the price of your instance types? Here only in instance types. Okay, so do you see here? Small, medium, large, X large, and then you have T3 family. And then come down, you have A1 family, and you have C4 family, you have C5 family. So if you go down, see 192 GB RAM you have, and then 192 GB RAM. Guys, if you go and launch this EC2 instance, and you need to pay $4 per hour, $4.7. So that's the reason why AWS will not give all these things for free. Which is a free for us? So early morning you get up from your bed and ask, what is the instance type that you should launch? T2 micro, you should say. But I'm telling you, but don't do this in your real time. In real time, based on your requirement, you need to go and launch. Launch templates. There is a question. Sir, GIB, GB, both are same. GIB and GB, both are same. Yes, gigabytes. GB are 10 GB, 20 GB. GIB, GB, both are same. Okay, so we have launch templates. Did we learn about launch templates? So how many steps are there to launch EC2 instance? 7 steps. All those 7 steps, can you make it as a template? And then launch EC2 instance whenever you want, just like that? Yes. And we have spot savings plan. And guys, in our course, which is the pricing model that we will be using it? On demand. So do we go for spot saving reserve? Will you reserve for 1 year, 2 years? No. But I'll show you later how to reserve the EC2 instances, how to do the spot and all. Will you go for dedicated host? Dedicated host? You cannot go because it will be very costly. Capacity reserve. Are you reserving any capacity? No. We will go and launch one T2 micro 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a day, 5 times, 10 times maximum, and done. And coming to AMIs. Thank you, Anand Kishore. So, images. This is the place where, did we learn about recycle bin? There on, see, recycle bin, image builder. Yes. And then this is a place where you can see all your AMIs. If you, what is the AMIs that you have created called? Custom AMI. So all the AMIs will be listed over here. But I said AWS also provided AMIs, right? Do you see AMI catalog? If you go to AMI catalog, you see these are all the AMIs provided by the AWS. Chitty, see here. So we have quick start, say that. Quick start, my AMI, marketplace, community. So we have, so in a, when we are in the course, or when you are in the free tier, which one you should always use? Quick start you should use. Which one? Quick start. In this quick start, you have so many images are there. How many are there? 47 images are there. Who was provided by the AWS? So you have Amazon Linux is there, Mac OS is there, Red Hat is there, SUSE is there, Ubuntu is there, Microsoft is there. So which one is the one we should be using it? Red Hat. So guys, here on the left side, you need to click on free tier only. Select the free tier. When you select the free tier, you see the Red Hat here, Aerotopy, right? So you need to select that Red Hat. Okay, you need to select the Red Hat. Got it? Today. So while you're launching the EC2 instance, we always need to go and click on quick start and select the Red Hat. If you want to go for Windows, come down and go with the this one, and make sure that there is a label, no, gray color, free tier eligible. Remember, you can go and launch this first one also, second one also, no issues. But when you're launching, guys, sugar patients especially, you can go and launch, no issues. But make sure that you see this free tier eligible. But why unnecessarily going here and there? Let's go and stick with the Red Hat. So you can filter with all your Windows Linux machines or 64-bit 32. Which one we use? 32 or 64? 64 we should use. And x86 or ARM, we need to go with x86, not ARM. ARM is CPU based related things. We don't go with it. This is ARM. If you click on my AMIs meaning your AMIs, custom AMIs will be listed. Guys, can you go and launch Amazon provided AMIs from this? Can you launch EC2 instance? Yes. From your own AMI also, can you go and launch EC2 instance? Yes. Remember marketplace we have learned? Where? What is marketplace? Yes. So see, Fortinet, right? Something I cannot spell that. So next is Splunk. So OpenVPN. There are so many softwares available here. But guys, these are third party. Yes, there. Thank you. Third party vendors applications are there. And is it recommended for you go and select all these things? No, because that is charged. But in your real time, if you are very lazy to install Splunk, can you go and select this Splunk here and launch the EC2 instance from this? You can launch, and you need to pay for that image. Guys, you have so many images. Do you see DevOps images are there, business applications are there, machine learning images are there, IoT related images are there. So many are there. So if you don't know how to install, how to configure it, search it here pay for it and use it. Simple. Community. Community AMIs meaning like you and me, we'll make the images public. Is it recommended to go and use from community AMIs to launch EC2 instance? There will be a Gucci inside it. Okay, there might be definitely there will be a hacking mechanism or some kind of things will be there, but it is from verified provider like this, like AWS verified provider, Red Hat verified provider, you can go and launch, no issues. But in our course, which one we should be using it? Quick start, that to Red Hat FreeTAR. Okay, ma? Nice. This is a place where you can go and deal with the volumes. If you launch the EC2 instance, all the volumes will sit here. EC2 instance will sit here and their volumes will sit here. If you have launched 50 EC2 instance, you can see EC2 instance here and 50 volumes here. And how do you identify which volume are for which EC2 instance? Based on tags. Fantastic, fantastic. And snapshots. All the snapshots will be listed over here. And can you see the snapshot from the console here itself? Yes, but snapshots are stored in S3. But do you need to go to S3? No. Lifecycle manager. Lifecycle manager is a place where you can go and create, you can automatically create AMIs and the snapshots based on the tags. This one I wanted to tell. Security groups. So how many types of rules are there? 2 types. Guys, do you see default SG is there? What is SG meaning? Security group. How many this is the default SG that I was talking about. And then here detail section is there. Inbound rules, outbound rules. Do I need to worry about outbound rules? No, we need to see only on the inbound rule. By default, inbound rules are deny. So I'm doing so many batches, no? So that's why I remove all these things. And this will be like this. Guys, inbound rule, I select this, how many rules are there? Only one rule is there. Let's see what is that rule. Click on edit inbound rules. See here, there is one rule already, but I said the inbound rules are deny, but there is one rule already, right? What is that rule? I'm allowing which traffic? All traffic. And sources, we learned how many types of sources? 3 types: custom, anywhere, my IP. Anywhere, IPv4 and IPv6. Which one we should be using it? IPv4. We are not using IPv6 yet. So anywhere. So guys, this is the default security group. No. What is the ID of the default security group? Say this last 4 letters. 102B3. That is my ID. Remember, if you launch an instance, you have instance ID. Volume, volume ID. Snapshot, snapshot ID. For everything, you have the IDs. For security group also, you have a ID. What is it? 102B3. Do you see this here? Custom, I selected and selected the self. Yes or no? I want to listen this. I want you to listen this carefully, guys. Why? So I am giving all traffic to self. Yes or no? Do you all agree this? I am giving all traffic to self. Why I am giving like this? That is the best practice. Let me give a real-time example. Can I take 5 minutes more? So you have your home. If you want to secure your home, what will you lock from outside, take the keys and be outside? No, right? You have to go inside where you should have full permissions. You go inside your home and from inside the home, you lock the door. Yes or no? Yes or no? You go inside. That means you need to have full access inside your home. That's what I did. I gave full access. Full access is nothing but all traffic to self. And is there any harm by doing this? No harm at all. Okay, now I want to add SSH. How do I add? Click on add rule. Which one? Select SSH. So whichever the protocols that you want to access, you want to enable, you can enable it. I need to go with SSH. Which one I need to select? My IP you need to select. If we click on my IP, automatically your IP is listed over here. What is this IP? If you go and go to Google and type what is my IP, your internet provider is giving this IP. So that is the IP that is here. and then you need to click on save. Okay, now tell me how to add HTTP. Add rule. Which one? HTTP and then my IP. Add RDP. How? Add rules. Select RDP and my IP and save rules. Do you all understand? How to deny it now? I need to deny SSH. How do we do? Delete the rule. Where one? Last one? No. Click on delete. Deleting is nothing but denying it. Is it possible to deny specifically here? No, that is what we have learned. Okay. Click on save. So can I remove all these things and keep it save? You all understood how to add a rule and remove the rule? Okay. Very nice. Elastic IPs, we'll see tomorrow. Placement groups, you can create a groups and launch your EC2 instances. Key pairs, right? Key pairs. Tomorrow when we launch in the EC2 instance, we'll go and create the key pairs. Network, this one is nothing but NIC cards. When you launch an EC2 instance, you'll have a NIC cards. Load balancers, we see target groups, we'll create auto scaling groups, we'll create slowly one by one. And from tomorrow onwards, guys, what we'll do? We'll go and launch the EC2 instances. Clear? Is it clear on the console? So your task today is open EC2, go with the console how I did today. Make yourself comfortable with all the options. Okay. How I did, I clicked there, instances, go to instance type and see, go to AMI's catalog and see, go to your, everything. You just go through and make yourself comfortable. Good. No, don't launch EC2 instance. Don't calify. Right. So don't calify. Right. So don't launch any EC2 instances. Okay. Just to go and look. Okay. Tomorrow we'll launch. From tomorrow you'll get good labs practice. Can I give a final CC for today, guys? If you don't have any questions. Yes, you can. CC with smile. Vaishnavi, good to smile. Teja, good to smile. Ani, right? हम सब free वाला point learn करेंगे तो billable कब लेगा sir? We are guys, billable topics. Did we learn billable topics also? Yes or no? Billable topics we learn, but can we do the practicals on it? No, no need. But it's just matter of clicks. But if you feel that, sir, I want to do it also, you can do it, but make sure that you will get the bill. Okay. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not, but I'll teach. Okay. How we have learned today billable. From tomorrow, you'll see. No problem. Okay. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with EC2 practicals. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.